Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. The new buzzword in market is no more AI agents, it's more about MCP. So I'm sure you all must have come across MCP, Model Context Protocol, Anthropic, so many things that have been floating around for such a long time, and I'm sure you all must have come across this. But how do you use it in your regular life? How does the implementation take place? Do we know that? I'm sure most of you must not have been knowing this. Maybe you know the concept, but you haven't tried it out. So let's do one thing. Let's set up MCP in our desktops and let's see how that works. It will be great if you follow along and try out the same things on your computer as well, because it is very easy, and I am very sure that this is the next game changer. This is where you actually use AI to do your own stuff. This is where you get your hands off and it's just AI that is doing work for you. So it is amazing what this MCP concept is. If you don't know what MCP is, then comment down below. I'll make a in-depth video of what MCP is. But till then, I assume that you know what MCP is. But even if you don't know what MCP is, let's get onto the screen and see the magic happening. So without any further ado, let's start the video.
Okay, so now we are on our screen and this is basically Claude Desktop. This is the first prerequisite that you will be needing, that is Claude Desktop app, which you can download from here, claude.ai/download. So you can download it from here. I'll share this link in the description as well. You can go and check this out. And according to your OS, you can download ClaudeAI Desktop. So this is basically nothing but Claude Sonnet models, which you can use. Let's say, hey, give me a brief understanding of transformer architecture. Just random thoughts that came into my mind. So of course attention is all you need, so on and so forth, all the core components of it and stuff like that. So this is pretty normal. This is pretty normal, like ChatGPT, how we use it. But we want to go one step further, where we want like an agent to do your work. You want the agent, the tools to be involved in your work. So the tools that you want to use can basically be used as an MCP server over here. So Claude by itself bought this concept of MCPs, and today we'll be looking at how these MCPs can be implemented. So when you are here, you have to go on the top left corner with this files option and then settings. So in settings, when you go here, you have to go in developers and developer mode, and then you'll have to click edit config. So then it gets you to this file structure where there is Claude Desktop config.json. If you do not have this file, you can make it by yourself and edit it. So let me just open. So this is how the Claude Desktop config.json looks like, where you have all the configurations of different MCPs that you want to use over here. So there are multiple MCPs that I have already added, and let's go through it one by one. Okay, so before that, the first thing that you need is also, if I go in my command prompt, and that is npm version. So you need npm installed in your system. I have a very older version, that's 8.3.1, but you can have like any of the latest npm versions installed in your system, because all these are npx commands. So in the background they use the npm commands to install all these MCPs and to get this on your server, on your machine. So that's how you will be using it. So for that you need these. You need npm installed, Node.js basically installed in your system. Okay, so moving on, let's start with our first MCP, that is the Twitter MCP. So for that, the prerequisite is you will be needing a developer Twitter account, which looks like this, where I will again share this link with you. And let me just go to my developer portal, and Yes. So once I am on my developer portal, you can see there are projects, apps, so on and so forth, default projects and things like this over here. And when you go in keys and tokens, you see all the API keys over here of your developer account for this project. So these are the keys that you will be needing over here. Of course, I have hidden all my keys over here, but you can directly paste those keys over here. And how do you get this JSON is by going to GitHub or any web search and just searching for Twitter MCP, and this will be a standard thing that you will be getting, where you have the MCP servers as the key, and the values are the list of all the MCP servers. So first one is Twitter. So this is what I have picked up from. I will again comment this down below as well. Okay, so we have configured our Twitter MCP. Now let's get back here. So the tip that I would want to give you is whenever you want to work with MCPs, like whenever you have added some configuration, close the Claude Desktop app and again open it, because that's how it gets like refreshed, let's say something of that sort, and it understands that it gets updated with the new MCP. So if I click here, you can see there is several MCPs that are listed over here, and in Twitter I can see post tweet and search tweet. That's what has been enabled to me because I have added that a few lines of codes of JSON, the JSON config that you saw. Now let's say I want to try out something like this. Give me the latest tweets on MCP. Okay, so if I had to do this by myself, or even if you thought that so this is basically it is asking me to do a search tweets function that it wants to do, and it is asking me for permission. So of course there's allow always that you can enable, but I will be allowing once because I am a bit paranoid yet. But yeah, so what it has done is, if I have to show you, the request is for the top 20 tweets, and of course the query is MCP. So it will have to go through all the multiple tweets that mention MCP in them, and then it will come up with some answer. So you can see here it has come up with something, and it says machine cryptocurrency protocol. That's not what we want, right? Let's just modify the search. I want the top tweets on model context protocol. So let's see what happens then. You saw, of course, it did a wrong search, but it did a search on like the top tweets that of course mention MCP. I'll just allow once maybe over here, and I'm not sure if it will just not exceed the limit, because maybe that, yes, because we did expire on the Twitter API. But point being, like, the thing that I wanted to show you was this, where it searched for tweets. It said that there has to be a count of 20. That means 20 tweets it had to retrieve, and the query was MCP. And you saw, like, the response that it got was, these are the number of tweets, these are the real-time tweets that it fetched from Twitter, and then it came back with it, and then it just summarized it. So that's how MCP is powerful. Like, let's say I want to post something related to MCP. What I'll do is I'll just summarize this, and I can directly post it from here, because I already have the liberty to post tweets from here. Post tweet is enabled to me. So that's how powerful MCP is, and that's how easy the world is going to be with MCP and agents involved, where I will be able to directly come into contact with the real world with just one interface. So that's how that's something that I wanted to really highlight over here. Okay, so the next thing that we'll be trying out is, let me go here again, and let me just show you. That is the second thing is the file system. So it's again a JSON that you can get it very easily with the MCPs that we have. So the server configurations that we have, and again if you see here, this is the JSON that I have picked up, and there's a list of a very big list of MCPs that are already available over the internet, and you can just browse through it and you can go through it. So this is the file systems that I added. So here I have given my path that is of my desktop, and of course I have given my path of my download. So these are the two folders that I wanted it to have access to, and that's what I have done. So let's try out something very interesting. So till now you must have seen that we have we have gone through a lot of things where it goes on the internet. But what about an LLM browsing through your data, your file system? So let's say, tell me how many JSON files are present in my downloads. So what it will do now is magic, because it will go to my downloads folder. I'll just allow it once, and it will search for .json files, and it has come up with this. I can show you the results. So the response it came up with was all the JSON files that are there in my, you can see these are all the JSON files that are there in my downloads, and it has given me the list of all the 24 JSON files that were there in my downloads. Now let us go one step further. Okay, so here is a scenario where it's similar to the one before this that we tried out, where how many HTML files are there. That's what I tried out here. It of course searched for files, and then it came up with 5 .html extensions that it found out in my downloads folder. Now let me just say this in my downloads folder, where I want to copy all the HTML files to a folder of mine, which it has to create like an HTML files folder, and then in my downloads folder, where it has to move all the .exe files there. Of course, it asks me to create the directory, and I say allow once. It has done that, and yeah, so now it is this is what it is going to do, where it is going to copy all the first read the file, and then write it to the write it on the right place. Similarly, it's doing the same thing for n number of files that we have, and here our n is 5. So all the 5 files will be copied to that location, and yeah, you can see. So one by one, I have to allow it again and again, because as I said that I wish to not uh, give it the liberty to always allow, and but of course you can enable that as well if you are comfortable with allowing it every time, and it won't ask you each and every time for the permission, and it will be quite easy as well. So okay, it says that conversation limit has reached, so maybe some of the files might not have been uh, copied well. But if I show you in my downloads folder, this is my downloads folder, and if I go here, you can see 4 of my files are being copied over here. This is a very tedious task if I have to go through my downloads, and I have to, uh, s- search for all the HTML files, and then I have to create like a folder and then copy it over there. This is just one of the basic things that I wanted to show you, how you can connect your MCP with your local file system as well, and it is quite powerful there. I just gave like one file path that was basically the downloads folder that I gave, and the desktop folder, desktop which I gave it access to. But similarly, you can have it for multiple folders as well, and that's where like the power of MCP comes into play. Where with Claude, I am able to do anything. I can say that what all like all the Python files or anything that is related to let's say Claude, please move it to this directory, and it will do that seamlessly. That's how powerful this is, and you can come up with your own use cases, and you can maybe try out things by yourself. That's the whole purpose of this video, where you come up with your own use cases and you come up with your own logic as well. Okay, so now we are on the last MCP that I want to showcase, and again we'll go to File Settings, Developer, and Edit Config, and I'll just show you what the last thing is. So I'm sure you all must have like whenever you use agents, the first thing that is taught or is meant to be learned by everyone is where an LLM gets an access to the internet, right? That's what is the main use case everyone talks about. So how do you do that here? Here, if you see in Claude, there is no internet access that you get. Like if I say who won the uh, 2024 Champions Trophy, and if I say this, it won't be able to give me answer because of course like its knowledge is not till that point, so uh, it is not able to give me that answer. But uh, similarly, like if I want to of course like have internet access, then I have Puppeteer, which is one of the tools, one of the MCPs that you can use for that, for internet access, and it will virtually like open up a browser. I'll show you how it does it. It will open up a browser and help you in doing that. So how do you get access to that? A very say similar process where you just type Puppeteer MCP, and you get all the servers over here listed on this Git repo, that is Model Context Protocol, and slash servers is where you will get all the servers listed. And if I just scroll down, you will get the npx extension of of the dictionary that you want to import in your config file, and this is just like 2-3 lines of codes that I imported over here, as you can see with my other MCP servers, and we are good to go now. Okay, so let's test out this thing that we wanted to try out. uh, I have a query that give me a list of top 5 videos of Krish Naik from YouTube. You might be knowing Krish Naik, I'm very sure. A very famous personality in this space of AI. 5 videos of Krish Naik from YouTube. Uh, yeah, that's it. Like, only give me only the titles of these videos. Okay, top 5, or maybe list of latest 5 videos of Krish Naik from YouTube, and only give me the title of these videos is what I have done. So it rightly picked up the MCP, that is Puppeteer, which we intended it to use. And if I allow it once, so you can see there's a virtual browser that it has opened up by itself. It has no, like it has by its own knowledge came up with this, where it has to go to YouTube and it has to open this link, because this link is very crucial. That is what it has figured out. Okay, so if I could just minimize this, and if I could just show you this as well. Okay, I'll just drag it over here, and let me just allow it once, because it is taking a screenshot of this page that it has created. And again, like, let me just allow it, and there are multiple things that it is trying out. So now if you can see, there's a script that it is running, evaluate, where it wants to extract from the page, and boom, here is what the list looks like, where all the top 5 videos that we wanted are here. If I have to show you this, the Udemy Complete Agentic AI Bootcamp, Amazon Developer Q, CLI, this is just 2 days ago. This is again prompt engineering versus RAG versus fine tuning, best frameworks, and so on and so forth. And if I have to show you here, Udemy Complete Agentic Bootcamp, Amazon Developer QCLI, Prompt Engineering versus RAG, Best Frameworks, and here is the list that we wanted. So you can see how powerful these MCPs are, where it is going on the internet, it is searching for the right thing, and it is also giving you like fetching those details and like combining all that and throwing you the output. This is insane. Like you can do anything with just using Claude and MCPs. Just think of this application where you are able to even edit videos, you are able to even create your own voice from it, and you can actually have just one interface that will be like the host machine that you have, and you are able to interact with everything that is there on the internet. It is not just YouTube or just Twitter or just some XYZ application. You are able to have like access to everything, and then with just like clicks and with LLMs you can play around with all these things. And that's what the new era is going to look like. That's what the new generation of AI is going to look like. uh, Let me know if you like this video and if you want to know how this MCP works in the backend as well, and how is the architecture and what this concept is MCP. If you are interested in that, then let me know. I'll make a video on that as well. But thanks for staying for this long in this video, and I hope you like this video. Please share, and comment on the video, and yeah, see you in the next one. Thank you.